Susan Friesen here with your Tea Time Tip. This is a holiday edition of your Tea Time Tip. Normally, I invite you to ask me questions about a certain topic, but today we're talking about anything. Ask me anything. Within reason. Anything to do with business or marketing, your website, social media. I see Daniel's on the line. Hi, Daniel. Daniel is my SEO and Google AdWord and Facebook AdWord specialist. And so he will certainly jump in and answer any questions that you have in that area. One of the wonderful things about being a business owner is that I have an amazing team who works with me here at eVision Media. I have been in this industry for 20 years, so I know a few things about website development and online marketing, SEO, way back when things were nice and easy. Not so easy anymore, but that's why I have such an amazing team. So Erin Stringer, who just said she's hearing sound, is our copywriter, and she comes to us with a wealth of expertise in the area of marketing and copywriting. And then Nikki King is also on my team, and she takes care of all kinds of things: web design, web development, online marketing, all kinds of amazing skills and talents on my team here. And then, of course, I already talked about Daniel. I thought maybe I would start off with answering some typical and popular questions that I do get myself. One came in yesterday from one of our clients, and this question was pretty common, pretty typical, and it was about am I wasting my time with content marketing and social media? I'm not really seeing much of an ROI, and that is a common concern. And when I responded back, it needs to be put into context. So when we talk about social media marketing and content marketing, that is a long-term strategy. And I've talked about that before in other live shows, where you are not looking at an immediate return on your investment when you are doing the social media marketing and the content marketing. And the content marketing, I'm talking about your newsletters and your blog posts, consistently writing blog posts and newsletters. The purpose of that kind of marketing is called relationship marketing, which is quite different from direct marketing. Back in the day, back when I was a young girl, there was your push, whoops, and I just pushed my microphone over, your push marketing. And push marketing, we still see that today. But that was the only way to market back in the day, where you have your TV ads and your newspaper ads and your radio ads. Everything was pushing pushing your wares on people, and it's almost akin to throwing spaghetti on a wall and hoping that something sticks. It's a game of numbers, and an expensive game though too, like if you're looking at TV ads and things like that. Now in today's world, of course, push marketing is also your Google ads and your Facebook ads, your LinkedIn ads, those kinds of things, where it's a little bit more efficient and targeted, especially if you kind of equate it to a newspaper ad, where a newspaper ad, it just goes out to whoever is receiving that newspaper. It doesn't matter who your target market is, they're getting it. And so the push marketing model tends to be a little bit more expensive because you're paying for in volume and you're hoping to get returns back. And as I mentioned, today we can do more targeted approaches. We can do our Facebook ads by targeting certain demographics, which is very handy. And it ups our odds of getting that quicker return on the investment. So that's push marketing. But since the inception of social media, the stage of marketing has converted more prominently into pull marketing. And pull marketing is the same as relationship marketing. It's where it's a more longer term strategy where we're trying to develop the know, like, and trust factor with our followers, with people who are in our target market, those who are likely to become our clients or customers. And it's all about developing trust so that people are more amiable to considering hiring you or purchasing from you because they trust you. They've seen you on social media. They've heard from you through the newsletters. They've read your blog posts. Those kinds of things take time, though, to build up that trust. And it's not just trust, it's also your opportunity to showcase your expertise. And so if you, if you have a certain expertise in a certain area, industry, then you want to use social media and your blogging and your newsletters to showcase that so that you can convince your target market that, hey, you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, and them investing in you would be a really good idea. But this thing takes time. It takes time. And we tell our clients, if you're going to embark on a content marketing strategy or social media strategy where there's no paid ads involved, then it needs to take, you need to give yourself at least 6 months, if not longer. Sometimes it's a few years. I can tell you several examples of how that's worked for me. Like at least 3 years now, we have consistently been sending out a newsletter every week, once a week, come rain or shine. And there's plenty of times where I'm going, oh, is this really worth it? But then out of the blue, suddenly somebody will hit reply to that newsletter and they'll say, hey, Susan, I've been on your newsletter list for 2 years. And I always knew that I was going to hire you. It just wasn't the right time. Now is the right time. Let's talk. And then they hire me. Like, I don't even have to do a sales pitch because that's already been done with all that relationship marketing. They already know what they're getting. And it's just a matter of finalizing what they need to have done and doing it. And that has happened to me more than once. So that was a typical question, and one that I know a lot of people struggle with. Am I wasting my time? How come I'm not getting a return on my investment right away? And so aside from being patient and understanding the medium that you're working within, that it is a long-term strategy, you should also always couple that strategy with some direct marketing. So add in some Google AdWords or some Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads, wherever your social media platform is that works best for you. And then you kind of get the benefits of both. You get some immediate returns, plus you're building a long-term relationship with your followers. Some people do ask me, is Daniel my husband? And yes, indeed, he is. In fact, we just celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary this past weekend. But we've been together for almost 20 years now. Next year will be 20 years. And so, yes, he is my husband. And many years ago, he saw that I was working 16, 17, 18-hour days, and he came in and said, is there anything I can do to help? And I immediately just dumped all of the SEO and SEM work on his lap because it was becoming a full-time job, just staying on top of that. And the lucky thing for me is that his background is actually an accountant, and he's also a paralegal. He was one of the very first paralegals in San Diego where he was born, and he was one of the first paralegals to be formed. And so he has a huge amount of knowledge and insights about the legal areas of running a business and also the accounting. And so his passion is numbers and problem solving and making sense out of analytics and things like that. So this was a perfect fit for him. And it is really all a big game to him on how to better those numbers. How can he get more conversions? How can he get more people into your list? How can he get more sales and things like that? And it's a real game. Actually, I do get this question quite a bit when I talk to a new client and we talk about their website and I say, are you planning on having a blog? And they'll go, no, I don't want a blog. And when we get into that conversation, it's often the reason why somebody doesn't want to blog is because they don't know what to write about, or they're worried about not being a very good writer. And legitimate concerns. So one of the things that is that you could definitely write about is what we're doing today is write about the common questions that your clients and potential clients ask you when you have conversations with them, and address those questions. Because if one person is asking you, then the odds are many people are thinking the same thing, and they either have asked you or they haven't yet asked you. So those are that you can easily probably write a long list of questions that you commonly get, frequently asked questions, and write blog articles about them. And sometimes one question it can create 5 blog articles out of that. And as long as you just stick to one specific topic. The other thing to think about, and the reason why this is so easy to do in writing about frequently asked questions that your customers or potential customers are asking you about, is because you want to write what your ideal target market needs to hear from you. So think about their problems and their challenges, and what keeps them awake at night type of idea, and write about that. And then that goes into your blog, and then the intention is that they will write it. It'll help build the know, like, and trust factor. It'll help expand your reach. It'll help showcase your expertise, and it'll also get found in the search engines by the people that you want to read that article. And so it's a very, very important component to content marketing. And then, of course, that one article can be used all over the place. It can be used in your newsletter. It can be used, sent over to social media channels. It can be distributed in other article repository accounts and things like that. One thing that I'll ask you guys about is, what kind of business are you in? I know that we've got people who I'm starting to recognize as coming in and being a part of these Tea Time Tips, and I would love to hear from you. What is your business? What is it that you do? What's your area of expertise? And share that with other people so that they can get to know you and follow you, and to start developing that relationship factor with them. That would be awesome. And if you're watching the replay, not a problem. Go ahead and ask the question anyway, and we will respond to you, even if you're in replay mode. Go ahead and share this with your followers, and that would be awesome. So if that's everything, then I'm going to wish you well, happy holidays, and thank you for joining me. I appreciate you very, very much. And stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we'll have another live Tea Time tip. And I haven't thought about the topic yet. So maybe you tell me, what topic do you want me to talk about in the next Tea Time tip? That would be awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.